The year is 2025, and this is how to make at least $1,000 per month in passive income. So firstly, I wanted to give you some context for why you should be earning at least $1,000 per month in passive income by 2025. And that is because if you just take a step back and think about it, life is getting more and more expensive. If you look at the cost of living, it is consistently going up, and the purchasing power of your money is slowly slipping through your fingers every single day. So that means that if you want to maintain the same standard of living as today, you actually need to earn more money next year than you do this year. But even beyond that, I think we can all agree that we could do with a bit of extra cash on the side. And with how crazy the economy is right now, having an emergency fund or some sort of safety net is absolutely crucial. That's where passive income comes in. I have been growing my own passive income for the past few years, and from experience, I can say that having passive income has allowed me to retire early, buy my dream house, and really live life on my own terms. And that's why I'm so passionate about helping other people achieve financial freedom too. And just before we get into the video, if you're new here, welcome. I am 24 and I am on a mission to make $1 million as quickly as possible, so that I can retire as soon as possible and then travel the world and help as many people as possible along the way. Alright, so without further ado, let's jump straight into the sources of passive income. The first one is dividend stocks. Now I know what you're thinking, oh gosh, investing sounds like such hard work. I don't want to invest. I've heard stories of people spending their life savings on shares only to lose all of their money. And that can definitely happen if you do know what you're doing. However, there are so many companies out there that offer such high dividends that it would be almost impossible to lose money. And I'm not exaggerating either. Take Johnson & Johnson for example. They have been paying dividends since 1899, and they have increased their dividend for 59 consecutive years, making them a dividend king. This is obviously not financial advice, but if you were to buy Johnson & Johnson stock in 1970 and just hold it while reinvesting the dividends, you would be sitting on a 300% return in 2020 alone. So as you can see, if you can find the right stocks to invest in, you could literally do very little and watch your money grow exponentially over time. Next up, we have real estate. Now, this might seem like the obvious go-to source of passive income, but it's actually become way more accessible in recent years. And here are the numbers. In the UK, you can currently get 4% interest on your cash deposits. In contrast, you can get between 6 and 10% rental yield on a property in the UK. So realistically, you can earn double the amount by investing in property rather than putting your money in a bank account. It doesn't stop there though. You can also offset your mortgage against tax, which means that you can basically get paid to borrow money, which is pretty insane when you think about it. Oh, and on top of all of that, your property will likely appreciate in value, which means that if you sell it in a few years' time, you'll be able to sell it for more than you bought it for. However, it is important to keep in mind that you will have to put down a deposit for the property, which means that you'll have to save up a lump sum of cash before you can get started. But there are ways around this. For example, you can get a mortgage on an investment property without putting any money down. No, 3 is peer-to-peer lending. Now, I haven't done too much research into this yet, but I figured it would be worth mentioning because of the potential returns that you can earn. Basically, peer-to-peer lending platforms allow you to lend money to other individuals or businesses in exchange for an interest rate. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, yes it is. But the question you may have is, why would someone lend money to a random person online? To be honest, I wasn't sure about this myself. So I did a bit of digging, and it turns out that peer-to-peer lending is actually quite popular in the UK. According to the Peer-to-Peer Finance Association, Brits lent a record £1.2 billion via peer-to-peer platforms in 2021 alone. On average, investors could expect to earn around 4.5% interest on their money. But it is important to note that these rates can vary depending on the term of the loan and the risk profile of the borrower. Next up, we have crypto staking. Now, this one isn't for the faint of heart because crypto is such a volatile asset. However, if you're willing to take the risk, the potential rewards are definitely worth it. Some of the best cryptocurrencies to stake include Ethereum, Cardano, and Solana, and the average amount you can expect to earn is between 4 and 10% per year. Although it's important to note that these rates can change depending on a number of factors, including the overall market conditions and the network activity. Another great option is NFTs. Yes, NFTs. Although the NFT market has cooled off significantly since last year, there's still a lot of potential for growth in this space. Not only that, but you can actually earn a passive income by renting out your NFTs to gamers. For example, you can rent out your CryptoKitties NFT to a gamer for a monthly fee. Or if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even try minting your own NFT collection and selling them on the open market. Okay, so moving on to my personal favorite, which is premium bonds. Now this one might come as a surprise to you, but hear me out. Premium bonds are a type of savings account that offers a variable interest rate. What makes them unique though is that they also offer the chance to win a tax-free prize draw every month. For example, if you have £1,000 invested in premium bonds, you have a 1 in 10 chance of winning £1,000 every month. It might not sound like a lot, but hey, it's still free money. Plus, if you're lucky, you could end up winning the jackpot. which is currently £1 million. So yeah, if you're looking for a low-risk way to save your money and potentially win some tax-free cash, then premium bonds are definitely worth considering. Finally, we have cashback websites. These websites allow you to earn a percentage of money back on your everyday purchases. So for example, if you shop at Amazon through a cashback website, you can earn 10% of the purchase price back. And the same goes for any other online retailer. So whether you're buying clothes, booking travel, or groceries, you can earn cash back on all of your purchases. It might not seem like a lot, but it does add up over time. So as you can see, there are plenty of ways to earn passive income in 2025. So it is important to do your research and find what works best for you. Before you go, I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you found this helpful, please remember to leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this. Alright, until next time.